Hey everybody, Tom from Foxcitiespinball here. Today's topic, when are we going to learn? When are people going to stop pre-ordering games from these companies that just go belly up? When's it going to happen? It makes you a little sick to your stomach just hearing about it. So recent news, Haggis Pinball's in liquidation. Myself, I didn't have any skin in the game, but I did have a friend or two that did. And let me tell you, it sucks. It really sucks. I feel for everybody that put money down on a Fathom or a Centaur and did not get their game. Whether it was full amount or pre-order, doesn't matter. If you threw a bunch of money or a penny, it sucks. And, I just want to get a message out there to everybody to really be careful. Just really be careful. I mean, there are some good companies out there, and we're going to discuss that today. But we're also going to discuss what's happened in the last 10, 12. The first one I can think of is Skit-B Pinball. So Skit-B Pinball was going to produce Preorder. And honestly, I wanted a Preorder. I really did. Arnold Schwarzenegger, cool movie. It was kind of like this old, it was like a Bally Williams Daddy's game kind of feel with UV graphics on the playfield. And it was just kind of like an ass kicker of a game. It was actually kind of cool. And there's a few of them out there. A few of them did get built. I did have a deposit down on a Preorder, but I only had a deposit on the game for about a week. And something in my head, whatever it was in my subconscious, told me, do not buy this game, Tom. And I thought about it for a while, and I finally said, you know what? I'm not going to pre-order this thing. I just had a bad feeling that something was going to go wrong. Well, lo and behold, it did. So it turned out that Skit-B did not hold the rights to Preorder. So they started building some games, and lo and behold, the news came out that they didn't have the rights and they needed to cease production. Well, people lost money on that deal. So that's one example. Example number two, Highway Pinball. Highway Pinball started out with Full Throttle. Full Throttle honestly wasn't a bad game. It was I think it was a wide body. But it was an original theme. They kind of used that to try to gain capital to make Alien, which Alien exists right now. And they built some Full Throttles. They got Alien out the door, and then became defunct. And they didn't have enough funds. People lost out on that. They had pre-orders for limited editions and things like that. And now you have Pinball Brothers has taken over basically production of Alien, and to my knowledge, things are going a lot better with that. But again, you see a company like Highway Pinball that took a bunch of pre-order money and became defunct. Now, Zidware. Zidware was started by John Papaduke, and he was originally going to make Magic Girl. Well, things were developing slowly, and he wasn't getting Magic Girl done. So then he came out with the idea of Retro Atomic Zombie Adventure Land or something like that. And then Alice in Wonderland. And guess what happened there? Big problems. Didn't get the game done. Didn't get any of the games done. People had pre-orders. Tried to get bailed out. American Pinball took over Magic Girl and ended up building some machines but they weren't like coded and stuff, and a whole bunch of issues. And then Deeproot came on and took over. And that brings me to my fourth one, which was Deeproot. Deeproot, same thing. They were going to come out with a bunch of games. They were going to build Magic Girl and Retro Atomic Zombie Land or Venture or whatever it was, and a few other games, and they became defunct. So I hope you're kind of hearing the pattern here. New company comes up, promises this, promises that, and they don't deliver. And then Haggis was the fifth. And there's probably others that I'm not even mentioning. Watch out. Don't get sucked into a theme or an idea from somebody that could potentially cost you thousands of dollars in the long run. Now, but with saying that, there are some really good pinball companies out there. Stern Pinball, they get the job done. I've never seen Stern Pinball not deliver on a game they promised to make. Jersey Jack Pinball. Honestly, Jersey Jack was very slow starting out, and they did need help. But they are on track, and they're producing Elton Johns. Now, granted, those Elton Johns are expensive, but they're being produced. And then you have Spooky Pinball. Again, Spooky was really slow out of the gate, but now they are producing a lot of games. And they are doing well, and they make them well. So you have three really good companies right now. You have Stern Pinball, Jersey Jack Pinball, and Spooky Pinball that I would say are as of 2024 doing it right. And you have some other companies out there. You have American Pinball. Now, granted, American, they've done a lot of original themes. They've done also Hot Wheels. It remains to be seen what happens with American Pinball. It's hard to say with their recent choice of doing Barrio's Barbecue what happens next. So you also have Barrels of Fun. Barrels of Fun has produced Labyrinth. They seem to be doing well. Hopefully they can keep that going. They also have been kind of doing things right. They're not self-funding themselves with pre-order dollars. There's other examples. There are a lot of pinball companies out there today, which is crazy. It's crazy. In 2024, there's like 15 companies out there or people that are trying to produce pinball machines. Maybe I'm exaggerating the 15. Maybe it's like 10, but it sure seems like it. You also have P3 and Chicago Gaming Company. CGC is producing Pulp Fiction. They're also probably going to continue the remakes of Bally Williams games. But at the end of the day, you just really want to be careful. If somebody is offering games to you to buy and they don't really have the manufacturing, or maybe they have the manufacturing, but they're using your dollars to make those games, you better be a little leery out there. I certainly really hate seeing people lose money on stuff they shouldn't, and be careful with where you spend your money in pinball. Hey, thanks everybody for watching. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you got burned by one of these companies or you knew somebody who did. And, you know, give me your thoughts on the video. Give it a like. We'll see you next time. Keep flipping.